So what is going on, guys? NandoPrince93 here with a super exciting video, and we are going to put the Delta Emulator, which allows you to play NES, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64 games right on your iPad. So I have it installed on my iPhone, and I haven't tried it on my iPad yet, so we're doing this together for the first time, and we're kind of just gonna see if this works or not. So I'm gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna put the instructions in the description, and huge shout out to Operation iDroid for making this a super seamless and easy process. So I don't know if you guys have heard in the news about the Alt Store. The Verge did a great video on what it is and who created it, a guy named Riley Testut. And for the life of me, I tried so many ways to get it to work. I got the app installed, but I couldn't get it to connect to servers. And at that point, I was itching to play, my favorite Pokemon games like Pokemon Yellow, Crystal, Fire Red, basically everything that I grew up with. And I wanted to figure out a way to do this. So what's awesome about this way to actually get the Delta Emulator is you don't need a computer. So I was struggling using my Windows computer to install it on my iPhone. It just wasn't really working that well. So here we go. I'm gonna jump right into it. So the first thing you do is you have to use Safari. If you use Chrome, just use your Safari app for this instance, right? And what you wanna do is you go to operationiDroid.com/app market, right? There's nothing that you need to set up before. You just go to this website. I'll just hit refresh so you guys can see that this is the home screen of the website. And I haven't tried any of the other emulators, but I will just do Delta. So if you guys have played GBA for iOS before, it was an emulator that came out before Delta, and that was only for GBA games, Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games. But now Delta is compatible with a bunch of different games. So as you guys can see, you got the N64 controller, Nintendo DS, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Regular or Game Boy Pocket, however you call it. So if you guys want to go ahead and read through all this stuff, there's video tutorials on how to do it. But again, I haven't tried to get this on the iPad, and let's see if it works. So all you do is you press Get on Delta, you install, and right away, if you go to your home screen, you should see the app installing, right? So there it is installing. Let it do its thing. And there is Delta, right? So let's try to open it. It won't let you because you have to actually trust the Delta app in the settings. So what you do, just go to Settings, which is down here for me, go to General, and then go to Device Management, and then you see it's right there. So you're basically just giving this app permission to be used by this iPad. So you just press Trust. You want to trust it, don't worry, it's really not that crazy. Basically, it's just taking data and information to make the app better. So you get out of here, and another thing you need to do, I'm assuming most people are on iOS 13 or iPadOS at this point, so you're gonna need your Files app. And what you do is you open Delta. So as you can see, it is in the iPhone format. You can make it bigger. And why I wanted to put it on the iPad is because it is N64 and Super Nintendo compatible. And since we are on iOS 13, you are able to use an Xbox and PS4 controller with this. So it'll literally be like you're playing the N64 from back in the day. You can play Mario Party, Pokemon Stadium, etc., right? So the first thing you're gonna do, and hopefully this works, is you go into the settings, you wanna click on the little gear, and you wanna go to Delta Sync right here. So you press Service, you sync it, and ideally, so you sign in with either Google Drive or Dropbox, and if I sign in, hopefully, since I already signed in on my iPhone with my Gmail account, and I downloaded Pokemon Crystal, ideally it should just show up. So it's syncing, downloading, and boom, guys, we have Pokemon Crystal on the iPad Pro, which is unbelievable. So let's say you're downloading it for the first time, right? So what you're gonna have to do, so what you do is you go to, so in order to get actual ROMs on your device, you gotta go back to Safari, and you're gonna go to downloadroms.io. So it's downloadroms.io, and that is a marketplace for you to download games for pretty much any of the systems that are compatible with it. And all you do, you essentially pick which system you want to download for. So I'll click Game Boy Advanced. Let's try to download Pokemon Red. It shows you the most popular ones. So I'll click it, and what you do is you press on the yellow button, the Save Game button. And obviously, since we now have a download manager with Safari, it should just go, you gotta press download again, and then you see that it's downloading up here on the top right-hand corner. And what's nice is that you just click it, you view it, so it takes you to the Files app as to where it is. So then once the file is downloaded, all you want to do is go on the top right, hit select, click on the Pokemon Fire Red or whatever ROM that you decided to get. You press the share button, and then what you want to do is you want to go to more, and you want to go to the copy to Delta. So as you guys can see, it's syncing up. Let it do its thing, and then hopefully we'll have Pokemon Fire Red ready to go. And as you guys can see, down on the bottom, there's two little dots because Pokemon Crystal is a Game Boy Color game, and technically if you swipe over, Pokemon Fire Red is a different console. So these dots represent the different types of consoles that so if you get an NES game, there'll be another dot. If you get a Super Nintendo game, another dot. If you get an N64 game, I think there's up to 6 dots. And then the way you play it is easy. You just click it, it opens up, and there you guys go. You have a full-on Game Boy Advance emulator that works amazingly, right? So you have, your A, B buttons, you have the menu button which you can press to save state, load state, do cheat codes, which I haven't tried yet, fast forward, and then the hold button just means, if you guys have played Pokemon before, which I'm sure a lot of people have, if you hold B down, it makes your guy run. So you can press hold button, so it holds the B button down, so when you're moving around, you don't have to actually physically hold the button down. And I always play in fast forward mode, just to make it go by a little bit faster. But again, this is the full, Delta emulator for iPad. Obviously it works for iPad, and it does work for your iPhone or even anything that runs an iOS operating system. And what I'm really excited for the iPad is being able to play like N64 games with my Xbox controller. So that's gonna be super, super fun to play with. And again, what's awesome about these games, so now you have it saved and synced. So let's say something happens where the app gets revoked, but then it comes back on. All you do is download the app, sign in, and all your save states are there. And also what's nice is that you don't have to actually do a save state. So if you want to play Pokemon like you normally do and save within the game, you save within the game, quit out of the app, you come back, open the same game, and boom, you're right back to where you started as if you were playing on a normal Game Boy Advance system. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. This was awesome to make. I'm so excited that this is finally out, and it works very, very well. I've been running it for about 48 hours, playing a good amount, and I haven't had any hiccups as of yet, knock on wood. And again, I'm just very excited because this is awesome. This is my childhood. This is super nostalgic. And the fact that I can even play N64 games like I used to back in the day and play those Mario games that I used to play, that's freaking awesome. So that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new style layout that I did this screen recording of and kind of just doing a voiceover. But that's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If this helps somebody out, share with your friends, guys. If you guys wanna share the love and show people how to get the Game Boy Advance emulator. So again, that's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. I got a lot of good stuff coming. And until next time, peace.